Good morning, sports fans. July 12th. The big news I wanted to share was that last night, those mices, man, I had to I set a trap for one. I couldn't take it anymore, and then one fell into a bucket, and then there was still another one making noise. So I set a trap for the other one. He hasn't hit the trap yet, but 2 mice down. Feeling a lot safer. After watching that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I think it's a good idea that I don't have any mice on board. So, still don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm out of money. Yeah, but great news is that I'm here, so I have a place to be. Go down on Tuesday to get the site all dialed in, and then I'll be able to be here legally for this season. So that's huge, to have a place to be where I know, things aren't going to get, nothing crazy's going to happen, at least I can be here,
Well, this cup of coffee is really good, so. Yeah.
So that's the back of the bus. Those mountains is where the moon rises and Venus rises. And then that's the front of the bus, and that's where the sun sets. And right there is the comet. And the sun sets right there. And the comet's right there.
This one's not gonna suck. We're getting elevated for this one. Yes. Oh yeah. The cat counts. Hi.
You have a pretty sick name. I mean, I guess it's a school bus, but like...
It's still a school bus. Officially, I just got it a couple weeks ago.
Really? Was it, it's just an old one that the I guess?
Yeah, what happens is they, and they do it all the time. It's on governmentauctions.com, but what happens is once they become too old to function as a school bus, and they have to be retired, they get, for that year while the tags are still there,
Yeah.
they're for sale, and then they'll auction them, and they're very cheap. But after you get them, you have to turn them into like an RV or something else. They can't be a school bus anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, and I drove it from Sacramento 2 weeks ago.
How many miles is it up?
Oh, geez, who knows? I mean, it's 30 years old, It was in service for 30 years, so. But,
1,500.
yeah, this one overheated, so I had to deal with that problem. But that's very common with buses. This is my third one, so over the years, it's been a while, but it's a common thing. They do it governmentdeals.com in all states, all across the country, and they have since the beginning of school buses.
Governmentdeals.com.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. That's a cool site too. They have all kinds of cool stuff there. But if you go to buses there, and different times of the year, there's more, and every month, they have them for auction. And but AZ Bus Sales is where, pretty much in California, where you get them, and they always have one or two laying around like this. He tries to. So what happens is after that, now that it's been out, if I didn't take it, then they would just crush it because it's a polluter.
Okay, so it's pretty... I mean, like, they'll let them go relatively cheap and they're readily available.
Yeah, they are.
So...
Not a lot of people want the 40-footer. You gotta be crazy like me to try to get the 40-footer.
So, how,
What?
is maintenance like pretty expensive? Like,
Well, I mean, you gotta. It's with buses. It's like there. It's I don't know anything about diesels, and this is all air. So air brakes, air ride, air shocks, air everything. I don't know. I know I'm a carpenter, so I know air compressor. I know how air works, you know. But I've worked on cars and stuff, and I'm a carpenter. And I've done lots of stuff, so I could fix things. So with these sort of things, it's 30 years old. You call up a bus place.
yeah, to be so fucking expensive.
Well, you do it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, you do everything yourself. But yeah, I have to do everything. So I bought this, and I, it took me 7 days to get it here. I think. As soon as I broke down like 40 miles out, but it was just I didn't know how to do it. What happened was the water line broke. And then the transmission was stuck in D, and I didn't know how to get it out, so I was stuck on the side of the road for 3 days. Just turns out you go to the bottom like any transmission and do the linkage, just hit it to neutral. So that's the kind of thing that you need to know. That shit happens all day, every day, all the time. It's just like, okay, problem solved, problem solved, problem solved. Google, problem solved. Talk to somebody, call somebody. Hey, what, Because nobody, if you pay somebody to come out, it's a guy who goes, it would be like me. Thousands of dollars. Okay, I can do this. Yeah. So, but it's pretty common. A motor's a motor.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wheels are wheels. You try not to get intimidated by the size. I came up 50. If you're familiar with Sacramento at all, on the 50 in Tahoe. Echo Summit's a gnarly. 40-footers don't generally go up it. Yeah.
Have a special license.
No, it's just a regular license. It's one of those things, It's like this guy over here, one of like the big rentals or whatever. They'll just rent you an RV. So as long as I'm not carrying more than 12 people.
So how do you? Are these just like weekend types of things, or do you actually like make it like?
Well, I'm gonna live in this thing.
Really? Holy shit! So I mean, it has space for like.
I'm doing the tiny home. That's why I bought the big one.
Okay, I've seen. So like what people typically do with those things on trains, what are they called?
Boxcar, yeah, they'll do that sometimes. Yeah, this is one of those. Totally, it's a little bit smaller than one of those. But I'm just doing inside of it right now. I'm just getting the seats out. It's just a mess full of stuff. I just kind of got forced out. I was gonna do it slowly over the summer, like over the next year, but the whole thing happened, and so I ended up losing my place here in Mammoth. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll just do this anyway. So.
Man, it's only $8.
Huh?
It's only like $8 a night, right?
Here, yeah, they have a long-term permit for me here, and I can be out in the woods for free too, and stuff like that. But right now, I just need to get the tags done. So I just bought it, so it's still a school bus, but I have 90-day tags. So it has to be turned into an RV, and in order to do that, it has to be whatever DMV wants it to be an RV. So you need like a sink, a heater, a stove. So I'm in the process of getting that stuff. Putting that in there, and then I'll take it down to Bishop. So I just drove it here a couple of weeks ago, and it's so big, so town doesn't really hold it, and I was in an apartment, so I was already planning on being here because I know that they let it be here. I talked to him about it and stuff. I could just be over there too, and anywhere else, but I prefer paid here, where it's while I get it RV'd. And so next like probably next 3 or 4, I got 3 weeks left here, so I figure about 2 more weeks and I'll get it registered as an RV, because I've done it before. So it's a lot of, it's that's the process that's difficult. They're like, when they see one of these driving down the road, they stop you and they're like, hey, what are you doing? Do you know what you're doing? You don't leave that here. Yeah, but it's a thing. It's a thing. I just started. It's a thing on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, I watched videos on people doing it to like run smaller things like the Mercedes vans and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that a million times, and I've seen a few group
shipping containers.
Yeah, shipping containers. I've never actually seen a bus in person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why when you were here, I was like, holy shit, I want to go.
Yeah, the insides. There's really yeah, there's not much to see. Here, you can pop in if you want. We get this thing.
Sunset. Tell them acoustic memories. Passes by.
From the faraway song.